Hi friends, how are you? So recently I took the Small to see the Troll movie, so I thought I would share with you what I thought about it. And also I wanted to touch a little bit on, so I went to the Troll movie with the Small, but I also went with my boyfriend, and so it was a little bit different to have the Small there and whatnot, so I wanted to talk a little bit about their meeting and how that went and whatever, since now I am a single mama who's dating and that whole blah. Anyway, so first of all, let's talk about the Troll movie. Now, number one, I was confused. I thought that the trolls were gonna be the same trolls that were in the Frozen movie, but they are not. Even though I love those trolls, they are amazing. They say some of the best stuff, and their lessons about how it's easier to heal the head than it is the heart. And how my favorite line of all is people make bad choices when they're mad or sad or scared. So love that. Anyway, but who cares about that, because that's not what this troll movie is about. These are separate trolls, and the Small has a whole bunch of these little guys that McDonald's is selling. So here's one of them. So the premise of the Troll movie is that there are these trolls, and there are also Bergens, which kind of look, they're bigger, scarier monsters, kind of. And the only way that Bergens can get happy is if they eat a troll. And so obviously the trolls are running away and trying to do that, but some of them get captured and all of this stuff. So some of my favorite things about the trolls are that, ew, let me just drool all over myself. I do not like that. So the trolls once an hour have hug time, and they sing and they dance, and they're just really great. So I think that more people should have hug time. I think I might institute that everywhere I go. Hug time. So I like that. So the story is some of the Bergens, they would eat the trolls, and one of the characters, the one that's played by Justin Timberlake, so he does a whole movie about trolls that sing and dance, but his character doesn't sing. So he's sad, and he has lost all of his color because he has lost his joy or whatnot. And so as the story progresses, they find out kind of why he's sad, why he doesn't have color, why he doesn't sing and dance. And then they also teach the Bergens how they can be happy in and of themselves, and it's not just found via eating a troll. So very cute, very sweet. And they end up, Justin Timberlake sings one song, I think in there, he sings True Colors by Cyndi Lauper, which I love that song. So very cute. I would recommend seeing it. It's not overly scary. There's not anything that I was worried about with the Small seeing it that she would get worried about or scared about, so I loved it. On to what you all really care about, other than the Troll movie. So yes, I am dating somebody. I'm in a relationship. It's weird for me. It just is, because it's been forever since I have done that. And so I wanted the Small to meet him. She doesn't meet too many people in the guy realm, sort of. She does, I don't know. So she has met him. It hasn't really registered to her that we're dating. You know, in her mind, this is just another friend of mine, which is fine. So that's okay. She doesn't care if I'm dating somebody, but in her world, this is just another person. And for a lot of reasons, that's fine. She doesn't see this person as a threat, which is good. She also is not necessarily looking for a dad figure, which is good, because we don't need that. You know, it's kind of her and I, and she understands that. So anybody that does come into the picture, that's not the role that we're looking for them to fill. But she did go there, and she's very kind to him, which is fun. I think some of the reasons why they get along really well, is she doesn't see him as a threat to me. You know, to her time with me, or to, you know, her place in my heart with me, because she's never going, you know, nobody is really ever going to be that. You know, she is my number one priority, and so that's kind of been clear to everybody that I say that this is my Small, she's my number one priority. You're gonna have to get on board with that. We're a package deal. And while I don't really need another parent involved in that, but if you're gonna be with me, then you've gotta take her too. So that's different. And another so mentioning that she's not threatened by him, it is kind of aided in the fact, so let's just come out with it. So the person that I'm dating is in a wheelchair. That is his business, and so I will not go into why or how or, you know, what his what his situation is, but he is. And so that is something that I think aids the small feeling comfortable. Number one, he's attached to kind of a giant toy. So she can kind of check it out and see what it's all about, and then, you know, it's fine. And it's kind of a testament to the fact that children are kind of taught to discriminate and hate things, because she doesn't really think any different about it. She's kind of just like, oh, okay. But she doesn't, you know, it doesn't really register to her that that's something that might be different and that people would think was weird. You know, she's kind of just like, oh, okay, he sits down. Fine. If anything, we got to sit closer at the movie because we had to sit in, you know, the accessible row. That's fine. So that's fine. But back to the smallest thoughts on how it relates to her and me. So she's still able to kind of like curl up on my lap or get closer to me in ways that he's not, just because, you know, he just physically cannot. And so that is, that's helpful to her because she can still sort of be physically territorial of me, you know, and sort of she can get in between us and whatnot. And so not to say that I'd be all up on him physically in front of her. I mean, he may have other plans in that realm, but I am not very comfortable with that. Certainly not in front of my kid. So that I think helps us, and that we are just by nature of, you know, how it has to be, we are physically very separate when we're together. So that is helpful. But yeah, so I think the small does like him. I don't know. I have not explained to her kind of where it's all going, what we're doing. And I mean, she's met him a couple of times, and that's fine. And she knows that this is somebody that I'm interested in and whatnot. But, you know, she doesn't know too much else more. And that is kind of how I'm going to keep it. For now, at least. So that's fine. That's the story. I saw the Troll movie. I liked it. Got a boyfriend. Like him. Got a small like her. I like everybody. So hopefully we can all play nice together. But I know it's a weird thing. I guess I'm still not quite used to being in a relationship and what that's all about. So I'm having a harder time with that than probably the small would be. She could care less what I do. But yeah, just because I'm new to that game. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not good at it, but for now, I'm trying to make that work out. So without being, I don't know, worst video ever. Worst video ever. If you've stayed to this point, I thank you. And I hope that you are all having a great day. Bye.